going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys an incredible website that I found that got me super excited to be able to sort of put things in perspective to see like just how early are we, right, in this adoption cycle. There's a lot of metrics you can look at, and on the channel over some of the next couple videos I put out, I'll probably go into other things like, wallet adoption, active users, comparing that with things like the internet, yada yada. But more so in this video, I want to focus on where Bitcoin ranks relative to other fiat currencies. It's very interesting. So obviously, Bitcoin's sort of in this hybrid space where, it is both a store of value, sort of like gold, and other people and definitely countries right now are looking at it and treating it like a currency, right? El Salvador, for example. But I think it's really important to note, like, where are we and where do we rank, right? This site ranks this data in a really interesting way. So you can see you've got this market cap ranking here, and it does it by Bitcoin value, right? So basically this is saying if you took all the CNY that existed and multiplied it by, or you took the supply and multiplied it by, right, the value per CNY in Bitcoin, you would get this market cap to know sort of the total market cap of this currency, right? You can see the US dollar, the euro, British pound, right? Tons of different currencies on here. So how many of you guys knew that Bitcoin was literally neck and neck with the size of was it Russian ruble, right? It's just slightly smaller than Russia's currency. That's wild, right? To put things in perspective. And it's actually bigger than the Mexican peso, right? So there's a lot of ways to interpret this data, but I think it's one, it validates really the size and scale of Bitcoin, of just how big is it actually, right? It's bigger than major countries people visit, that has millions and millions and millions of people who are spending money every single day. So it's literally bigger than, right, just about 100 other fiat currencies. But look at how much more room there is to gallop, right? And I think there's a few important things to note, right, when you're sizing this up. One thing is this number's not fixed, right? Every single time you refresh this page, and literally every second as I'm making this video, they are printing more dollars, they are printing more euros, more British pounds, right? And Bitcoin is just pulling in that excess value, and some percentage of that value, with the way that people are really starting to understand stuff, it's not going anywhere, right? Some of that Bitcoin's being bought, it's put in cold storage, or it's earning on a DeFi protocol with no intentions of selling it, and people will just borrow against it, right? So you have more and more of the supply of Bitcoin that's going to keep getting locked, right? And it's going to continue to eat up more and more of these, fiat units that just get printed into oblivion, right? So just as a comparison, okay, like China's currency is 46 at this current moment, 46.4 times bigger than the market cap of Bitcoin right now. So like if Bitcoin were to just, like, let's say just consumed, obviously it doesn't necessarily, you can't do the math exactly like this, but you got to think exponentially, necessarily, not so much linearly. If Bitcoin just replaced China's currency, right, you're talking about $2 million of Bitcoin, okay? If Bitcoin were to just consume the value of all the US dollars, you're talking about 1.16 million per Bitcoin, right? And so you can kind of go down this chart and start to add this up, and you're looking at it and you're like, is Bitcoin going to just be one currency where every other currency in the world's gone? I don't think so. I don't think that's happening. Maybe eventually, but I don't think it's happening anytime soon. I think anybody who's like saying that's happening, dollars going away, yen's going away, euros going away, they don't know what they're talking about. Personally, I think the dollar is going to get a lot stronger over these next 3 to 5 to 7 years. I think you're going to see a lot of these other currencies probably just go away, and they're going to implement a hybrid of probably the dollar and Bitcoin into their economy, or maybe China's currency as well, depending on how things shake out. But nonetheless, this is wild just to show just how early we are, right? Because, and this is only fiat currency we're talking about, right? We're not talking about Bitcoin eating into gold's market cap, real estate, bonds, derivatives. There's so many other angles you can talk about, right? But just to think, okay, today as we make this video, Bitcoin's $43,000, right? And for the average person, most people don't have $43,000 to go buy a whole Bitcoin. So of course that price is like, oh, it's so expensive, I've missed it, right? But if Bitcoin again is going to continue to rise as that dominant layer 1, layer 0, however you want to put it, in which sort of all value derives back to, and it's just going to keep eating into this infinite pile of money that just keeps getting printed and printed and printed and printed. I mean, by the time I finish this video, they're probably gonna there will have been billions of dollars probably printed, by these different countries around the world, just in probably in the course of making this video and putting it out, which is bananas if you really consider things, right? Where are we? It's insane. So this is, I think, something very exciting, and I think a chart to keep looking at. I ended up finding this chart. Just was thinking, I was like, God, I would love to see if CoinMarketCap integrated a tab where you could see how fiat currencies rank, to see where Bitcoin, Ethereum, different currencies are sort of climbing the charts relative to other currencies around the world. I hope that this video was interesting and valuable for you guys to put things in perspective of just how early we are in this cycle, and just how big things are going to become over these next 1 to 10 years and beyond. So if you guys like this video, hit the like button, comment below. Let me know any other topics you guys want me to cover. I'm going to be dropping a whole range of videos on the channel. I'm going to try to get stuff out every single day. Worst case, I'm home shooting for every other day. But thank you guys. Have an awesome day, and hodl.